Hello everybody, Captain Marty Brill here. It is Friday, May the 29th, and we are rolling into the weekend. I'm going to alert you right off the very beginning. We have a situation. We are expecting a hurricane in Raleigh later this evening. Of course, now it would be the Carolina Hurricanes coming back from their 4-0 victory over the Montreal Canadiens. Are coming back. They're leading the series 3-1. That's the 7 series. And if they can pull one off tonight, they will go on to the Stanley Cup Finals. And let me tell you, if you haven't been keeping up with the Hurricanes, they have been rolling. They won 2 of their earlier series, 4-0, swept both series. Just giving you a little heads up. Support them. That's our home state team right there, the Hurricanes. And I'll be back to talk to you about some real fishing and some real weather in just a moment.
Are you ready for a fishing thrill like no other?
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, got him up!
As seen on WikiTune Outer Banks, the Carolina Girl, captained by majestic Jesse Anderson, is a custom, luxurious, 53-foot Jarrett Bay built boat running out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. Let Jesse and her crew give you a fishing experience of a lifetime. To book a trip, go online to CarolinaGirlSportFishing.com. Carolina Girl Sport Fishing, your offshore adventure awaits.
Electricity, something I don't mix well with at all, and that's why I only trust the folks at ELS OBX. ELS OBX offers a variety of services from custom electrical installations to lighting design. ELS OBX has the experience and know-how to complete any job. They're committed to providing the highest quality lighting and electrical installations or service at affordable prices. Visit them online at elsobx.com to get a brighter idea of how shockingly awesome they are. See what I did there? ELS OBX, electrical and lighting solutions you can count on.
Okay, so if I still have a job doing the podcast, and Justin hadn't fired me, I will tell you we do have a lot to talk about of actual fishing and fair weather, pretty good weather. In Hatteras, a good dolphin bite continues, and they have a few blackfin tuna. The report today is very similar to the last few days, and they have a couple wahoo. Now, keep in mind, Hatteras is the wahoo capital of the world, in my opinion, but they haven't got fired up yet. Buddy Hooper told me it'll be more into July and August when they really start biting. So wahoo is a fish we don't talk about a lot. Beautiful. It jumps sometimes and skyrockets on the bait. When it hits it, it's considered to be the fastest fish in the ocean and can swim up to 70 miles an hour. I want to know who put a speed gun on one of them, because I've always questioned that a little bit, but they are fast. I've caught plenty of them, and they are really fast and got a mouthful of the most dangerous teeth in the fishing business, mainly because they don't look all that bad, but buddy, they will slice you open. I'm speaking from experience. I have 2 toes with no feeling in them at all from almost 50 years ago when I stubbed my foot in a dead wahoo's mouth. That's another story for another day. Or you can go into our podcast series right here and hear that very story. Still catching some drum down there and bluefish around Hatteras Inlet. Oregon Inlet Fleet, another great day of mahi or dolphin fishing. And there are a nice class of fish. Small gaffers, large bailers, just that mid-range of dolphin that's from 5 to 15 pounds. Real crowd pleasers. A few scattered yellowfin tuna. I saw David Daniels ended up with a few on his boat out of Oregon Inlet yesterday. There's a few blue marlin and a few white marlin caught in the catches as well. And closer to the beach, depends on what is available, but they're catching plenty of Spanish mackerel and bluefish. And some of them are also catching cobia and red drum. Some on bait, some sight casting, but those are the more desirable and larger fish. So it's something you might go around the dock and ask about a half-day inshore charter. Surf and pier fishing, pick, pretty good in places. Hatteras Island is the epicenter still, although we've had fish, we're still catching puppy drum and ocracoke, and now we're catching puppy drum all the way up to the Virginia state line. While I'm on that topic, before I forget, my buddy Jimmy Simonson, from the Newport News Fire Department up there, tells me fishing is very slow. This really should be in our backcountry portion, but he said they just really haven't got the drum bite going yet, but they will. So I'll keep you posted when that happens up the line. But we do have sea mullet, bluefish, and more pompano by the day, which is encouraging, and a few puppy drum. We had a good bite we had a late evening bite, again, second night in a row, just north of the point on Ramp 44, the point being Cape Point, on Spanish mackerel. And so whoever caught them there last night went back tonight. Water was clear, conditions were just what they wanted, and they caught a bunch of Spanish mackerel. Jeanette's Pier reported a really good bite of bluefish in the surf zone. I wasn't sure because I don't speak Pier, but I got an interpreter who was Tony Lombardi, and he said, no, that means they're catching them right up close to the beach where the surfers are, or, where the surf breaks up on the wash. So very close to shore, not out on the end of the pier. 68 degrees was the water temperature. And there's other stuff going on all of our piers. A few Spanish mackerel, a few sea mullet, a few puppy drums. Rodanthe Pier was 71 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer. That all adds up. So anyway, it's a great time to get out with your kids and do a little fishing. I mean, it's actually the ideal time. And your local tackle shops, scale down. Don't be thinking you have to throw 50 yards, and don't be thinking you have to have a 10-foot pole. A 7.5 foot, 8 foot light rod is all you need. A double hook bottom rig, rigged up with a plethora of opportunities for bait. You could have some fish bites, which are synthetic. You could have fresh sand fleas you might catch yourself. Fresh cob mullet or shrimp from your local tackle shops is where you're going to find that. So there's just lots of opportunity. And remember, if you're here with your family and you have 5 or 6 kids to take fishing, if you take them on the pier, you don't have to buy them a fishing license. And if they're under 16, you don't have to buy them a fishing license anyway. And if you get an opportunity to get them up early, that's when the best bite is going to be. So we'll take a little break, and I'll come back with the Backcountry Report.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
So it's always hard to get a report from back in the Sound this time of year, and it's a little bit territorial, and I get that. I'm fine with that, but I do understand it's pretty tough fishing right now. A few drum have showed up back of Hatteras. These are puppy drums. Now, some of them's the ones that have been hanging around the inlet seem like they're moving up inshore for a little while anyway. Not much on speckled trout. There are sheephead and bluefish in our backcountry report, and that's all I have for you on that. So let's talk about a couple things. Marlin tournaments. The Big Rock tournament, which is based in Morehead City, one of the biggest on the whole East Coast, is coming up June 8th through the 16th. Actually, the Kelly Wagner, which is the ladies' version, is a one-day tournament on June the 6th, just ahead of the Big Rock. And then the Big Rock tournament will fish from June 8th through the 16th. There's millions of dollars in prize money. A lot of our Outer Banks fleet will be down there, and some of them will be fishing it out of Hatteras, because you can fish out of Hatteras or anywhere else. But if you get a big one, you got to take it to Morehead City to weigh it. So that's June the 8th through the 16th, and then I'll be back in Hatteras for the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament, where I started my career, I'm not even going to tell you how many years ago, at the Hatteras Marlin Club. Their tournament is June the 21st through the 26th. Now, that's a private tournament, and that's a private club, although you can walk the dock. You're open to go down there and meander around. They have a nice ship store. You can just see one of the most beautiful fleets of sport fishing boats anywhere in the world, right in the heart of Hatteras Village. So that's a really good thing. The dates on that are June the 21st through the 26th. And I'll be down there. You'll also be able to follow along, and I'll let you know how you can do that all through that tournament. And I'm looking forward to getting back down there with my friends in Hatteras. So that is our fishing report for you today. I do hope you have a great weekend and go out and wet a line. Maybe you'll be lucky and catch a fish, or maybe you'll become a fisher of men, and the good Lord will bless you richly.